Hey guys, it's Master Grade Jess,
Derrick,
and Bryan.
and today we're going to be group reviewing, I think that's going to be the new name, group reviewing the MGEX for you guys, and I can't wait for you guys to see it, so let's get started.
nice.
Alright, let's cover up your eyes, guys. Cover them. Make sure they're covered,
Yep.
and you can open up your eyes now. Surprise!
I
There
see
it is.
gold. Holy shoot.
Oh.
And I'm not done yet. And surprise! Wings.
I like this. It's like you get a spider drone,
Yeah, you got a walker there.
the Hanna-Barbera twinkle toe thing.
Yes.
I like that.
Holy shoot.
Alright, I want to hear what you guys think. I mean, I've had it for a couple of days, but I want right now just to hear what you guys think. Grab it, touch it.
Holy crap. you grab that one, I'll grab this one.
I'll touch this one.
Touch this one. Holy giddy on. That is... There's a lot of weight. I expected it because there's still a lot of plastic. I was surprised that the box is so small, but... Shoot, this is actually really nice gold.
Yeah, it's got a luster to it. There's almost some variation to it. Kind of like the color coding on the outside. There's a little bit of unevenness to it. It kind of, I don't know, it sells it. Looks like a real alloy of some kind.
Shoot, like there's so much level of details inside the backpack here, Bryan. It's like every little etching and the thrusters is actually in there too, and they already detailed quite a bit. It reminds me of actually like the PG Unleashed in some cases, like some of the stickers like they have already here. That's actually glossed. Like see, those guys are actually there. Holy shoot, Jess! How long does this thing took you?
Well, according to the screen, it took me like 9 hours plus off camera, so I'm gonna say like 10, 11 hours it took me to build completely.
Okay.
Holy crow.
That's a decent build.
Yeah, mind-boggling.
It's a nice way to spend an afternoon and morning and evening.
I already seen so many different improvements from like actually from the MG line.
Okay, the first thing I gotta say is right off the bat, this is solid. Yeah. This is rock solid. This feels like a statue. Like you wiggle it in your hands and I don't feel anything shifting. The joints aren't like crazy tight. It's just it holds itself together immaculately well. Almost like this is more like a figure than a built kit.
Actually, yeah, that's a really, really good way of actually describing it. Actually, it is like an actual like, let's say honestly, it's a statue in a lot of ways.
Just in terms of its rigidity and
but it's not.
stability. Yeah.
The details on this thing, like,
But then the knees. Knees are always fun. Let's do that again.
holy shoot!
That's like a full 180 bend right there.
Like we'll get more into it, but that right there, what you did reminds me a lot of the real grade high noon.
Oh yes.
Oh
The
yeah.
level of detail on the knees.
Yeah. Well, basically all these parts that move, right?
Yep.
Like shoot, so much gold. They didn't cheap out on that. Oh, and it's not scraping.
Yeah, everything is fluid.
That's like
Okay, so MGEX, beautiful kit. I'm glad we got to see your first impressions because I absolutely felt the same way when I was building it. I've mentioned it before, I don't like spoiling my reviews, and there is a solo review that will be coming out pretty soon here. But I'm just gonna say it here on the group review. This is my favorite kit of 2022.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can see that.
yeah.
I think it is the best master grade to exist, and that's coming from, you guys know I love the Barbatos.
Yes.
I love the Dynamis.
Yes.
I think those two are amazing kits. But I understand that this is not technically a master grade. It's a master grade
EX.
EX Extreme, right? So there's only two of its kind.
Yes.
This one and the Unicorn, which is, funnily enough, I was talking to you about that in the car.
Yeah.
The Unicorn 2 years ago was our second review.
Yes. Around
Before
this time.
starting all of this, around this same time. Yeah, it's crazy, right? How things go. But yeah, I really enjoyed the fact that you guys mentioned the gold. I'm just gonna say that, the gold is gorgeous. I haven't seen a level of gold this pretty since I think the last time I was wowed by metal. Like,
well, like the Unleashed, it had some metal pieces, but not a lot.
Right. So that's what I was gonna say. The Unleashed, the PGU Unleashed, or the PGU
Yeah.
RX-782, has the gold that I really, really like, especially that champagne gold on the gun.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I thought that was really beautiful, but it took it to a whole nother level here.
It's very deep.
Right.
Yes.
Golden gold. Yeah.
So before we go into the whole details, I just want to talk a little bit about what you guys can expect when you get this kit. Okay.
Okay.
So obviously it comes in its box, which is somewhere around here. But once you cut out all the necessary pieces, we're gonna just put this guy back here. Ooh, can I put him here?
Yeah.
Just put him over here, just so we can.
Okay.
We get the effect parts. We have for the shield. These are the, according to Derrick, what are these?
You're funny. I always do
Beam.
that.
What are they?
The
Beam shields. Okay, they're beam shields. They make a quick appearance in the show. I actually watched some clips.
Always quick.
All you saw. This is literally just like a burst of energy. You'll see it on the show go like. Poof.
Yeah, they just fly out. That's all they need. They're not gonna keep it going, but
You get a beam shield. You get a beam shield. There you go.
Ooh, there's a sparkle to it.
actually there is.
There's a little sparkly part.
Yeah.
To,
Okay, this is nice because you know how they used to do like this, like the beam sabers.
Yeah.
They only used to come in these in the one color.
Yeah.
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 Like I'm almost certain in all the older previous master grades like that. But now there's actually like if you look at it, it's actually like transcending colors.
Yep.
Transitioning colors.
Then we have obviously. I mean, this is nothing new, right? This is just the beam saber.
Same old, same old.
Same old, whatever. But the cool part is that we get just like the MGEX unicorn, which
Yeah.
you actually reminded me of.
Yeah.
We get posable hands.
Okay.
Just like the MGX, right? So here you go. You get a posable hand, and you get a posable hand,
Ooh, yes.
and we also get fixed hands. So I think that's awesome. And I mentioned this a lot, and I mentioned this during the build stream. By the way, guys, there's build streams on the channel every once in a while, so you guys definitely need to hit the subscribe button to be a part of that and hang out with me or one of us while we
Yes.
build. The fixed hands and the posable hands are important to me because the PGU, if you guys remembered, only came with fixed hands.
Yeah.
And
Yes,
I
that's
think I mentioned on the review itself, which maybe I'll put a clip here, how I believe that it would have been nice to have posable hands, especially on a PGU.
Yeah. I think.
I think that's how it should be.
Yeah, I'm fighting against it because the reason why a lot of the times with the PG, like I built this PG Stray recently, and it's like the problem is to physically make it hold properly for something that large. It's always so difficult. So if they can re-engineer it again, yes, definitely, I would agree. For me, yeah, posable fingers is a pain in the arse for painting.
Yeah, okay. 100%. You gotta
Nice to have.
take them apart, but they'd still be nice to have. Yeah, I mean, not everybody who buys a PGU or an MGX is gonna paint it.
Sure, right.
A lot of people are gonna buy it, put it together, put it up on the shelf.
Yeah.
And the fact that you just get a little bit more versatility, or just is that the
Yeah,
word? Like
that's-
choice options.
that is
Oh
a
yeah,
good,
options is always a good thing to have.
And it's a price point for me, right? This is a $200 to $250 kit here in Canada. For that level of price, I want more options.
Sure.
Because it's a
Yes.
premium kit, right? Can we
Yes.
just agree that's a premium kit?
It is. Like the level detail, everything, as they said, just like even back in the original Unicorn MGEX, they in the whole circle of things, they say, you know, they have to give a lot of like to the extreme, right? They gotta give it posability, details, you know, everything. So I do see what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, I, as far as hands go, I think this is the optimal way to do it. You have all the fixed hands for stability of holding accessories, and then you have articulated ones to pose as you see fit.
Yep.
Because nothing worse than having a nice posable hand like this, and that's all you get, and they can't hold nothing.
Yeah, exactly,
They're just too frail.
And a bunch of people would be inclined to agree with you. I know that even for us in our community group for Gunpla,
Oh, yeah,
Facebook,
yeah.
somebody mentioned, I won't say who, but somebody mentioned like, hey, I hate these posable hands.
Yes.
Where can I get better ones?
But not everyone fits or for that type of style, so
Right.
I understand that too. So, but yeah, I do agree onto that part. It's just for me, I don't think PGs are up to that level yet, but this is definitely something.
Right. The other thing I also want to talk about that you get in the box are the weapons, which actually we put somewhere over there. It's the ones with the hands. Yeah,
Oh, these guys. Oh.
So we get the rifles. I'm just gonna put this guy to the side, and I just want to show you. They have great color separation. I don't know what you guys think. Here you guys go. I want to hear what you guys think. Color separation for me is a big thing in weapons. I feel like a lot of times Bandai for master grades. I know this is an extreme, but for master grades like Verkaz even, I just built the Thunderbolt Verka.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And some of those weapons, they're pretty and whatever, but they're lacking in color separation.
I believe that as well, because a lot of times when you get weapons, let's be honest, a lot of times when you look at rifles, they sort of just piece it together with 3 pieces and call it a day. They don't really.
A lot of
put
weapons are
into-
just gray rifles.
Exactly. And then like even like this one, like don't get me wrong, there is a level of details on there already. There's color separation in a few areas, but then you notice again small areas where they could have touched up, on extra detail, but they didn't.
Yeah.
Did they cop out? But to be honest, this gun itself, the Strike Freedom, is probably unique enough that there's a lot of gimmicks already.
Yep. Well, this gun and this gun combine.
Yep, to become a launcher, basically like a bazooka.
Yeah.
So
So
it
we'll,
just-
we'll get into that a little bit later on, but that's pretty cool. The other thing that I want to mention are the photo etch. So the photo etch.
It actually has photo etch.
That's nice.
That's
So
crazy.
I know there's nothing here. I mean, they're on the kit right now, but I'm just gonna say it right now, okay, to you guys. Photo etch is the worst part of this kit,
Oh
Dang.
god dang.
right? With the PGU photo etch
Yeah.
was done perfectly. I mean, obviously it was their first iteration. I like to think, right?
All right.
First iteration PG. Photo etch just went straight into where it needed to go, and due to the instructions, like the adhesive was great. You know, a little, you know, here and there. It was the first time, but they made it work. I didn't have any problems with it. With this kit, I don't know if you guys will be able to see this on camera. I might just do a better zoom post editing. Jess, make sure you keep that in mind. I have 3 photo etch parts here, guys, which never made it into the kit. Now, I'm not a terrible builder. I like to think I know what I'm doing.
Oh. Okay.
But Bandai, the adhesive level that you put into this thing, it was just, it was terrible.
So the adhesive wore off as you were.
I immediately touch it. Like, I tell people, like, you touch it, like the adhesive side,
Yeah.
and you lose 50% adhesiveness.
Oops. I think I just killed the last 50% of whatever it was on there then.
Yeah.
Like this feels almost like it has no glue on it
Oh
at all.
shoot. Oh
Yeah,
shoot.
there's nothing.
Oh shoot.
Yeah. So if it doesn't take that first time, you're kind of done, hey?
Yeah.
Is that what?
Oh god. No way. That's done.
Yep. Yeah, I tried putting it on, again,
Yeah.
and every time I would move the kit around, these 3 pieces would fall off.
Oh no. So.
And they're not underneath anything. They sit on top of some details. So in my mind, I think this is the worst part of the kit, and that's saying a lot. Everything else in the kit is beautiful. It's just that the photo etch, I think not the photo etch idea is bad, but the implementation of like the sheet that it was on was really bad. You have to take off this clear piece is the adhesive side, and that's the part you touch. If you try to take off the green part, you rip out all of the photo etching without any of the numbers on there, and you have to guess where they go.
Oh, shoot.
And then they even come out with some green residue.
Yeah, I noticed that. There's actually some weird residue. That's actually no. That's similar to actually the Unleashed. I think there was.
Yep.
too.
Yeah, but it wasn't like that in the
No.
Unleashed. I mean, look at the residue
That's
on here.
weird.
Yeah. Maybe
actually
you got a bad batch or something. I don't know.
Well,
Ooh.
I didn't watch any reviews up until I built it. Like I saw that, you know, the bigger channels had the kit beforehand,
Yeah,
blah. One of the biggest reviewers mentioned that theirs also has green residue. So that's, I mean, I'm not saying that's 2 out of how many, right?
Yeah.
But if you guys got the MGEX, could you guys let us know if you had some green residue in your kit, which you can see right there. I would love to hear from you guys what you guys got.
Yeah. No kidding. I'm going
In
to
the
be
end,
getting one.
it should be easy enough to glue on yourself.
I would think so, with like maybe a glue stick. I was thinking grabbing a glue stick and just like rubbing it around and pow.
Maybe something more like.
Fine
Typically,
liquid
traditional
lining.
photo etch does not come with adhesive backing, so it just a CA glue, a crazing glue,
Okay.
Great.
and then you can use for like these really weird shapes.
Well, that's
you
the
can
thing.
just use a debonder to then clean up excess glue.
Oh,
Have a
okay.
perfect finish.
So that Mr. Master here knows. Yeah.
Well, the thing is, like, I think for Gunpla people, right, just the casual Gunpla person, they don't work with photo etch.
Exactly.
But it's good to know.
And I mean, they are trying to make it as out of the box basic as possible.
Mainstream, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, if you're running into this problem, just research photo etch and you'll find out how to
Thank
glue
you for
them.
doing that before I get mine, so I can build mine
so
together.
you can now the best part of the kit, I'm gonna stand up because I actually forgot to put it on the table.
Oh.
All right,
Huh?
it's over here. The best part
Oh.
of this kit is inside the booklet. guys. Check it out. What is that?
Stickers.
Water slide decals.
Actual true water. Ooh, with the actual silver lining.
That's beautiful.
That's actually wonderful, actually.
Nice.
Because they're not
Nice.
just your plain Jane style either. So, whoa.
How awesome is that? And how sad is it that for Bandai kids, I'm over here standing up and being super hyped for water decals?
But we always made that complaint for the longest time for like, especially the larger kits that we ever seen. That, you know, like even, actually, yeah, like the Unleashed.
Yeah. Like the Unleashed. The Unleashed came with what?
Stickers?
With stickers.
All stickers.
MGEX. What did it come with? Stickers.
So did they finally listen? Oh, we blew those away.
Yeah.
Oops.
Ooh. I was
right,
actually going to be sad.
Still sticks a little bit.
I think it's just friction at this point.
Yeah. Static.
Anyway, water decals. I really wanted to just let you guys know that it has water decals and how
It's very nice.
It's very pretty. Dude, you have to put those up. Whoa.
So that brings me to my next talk. Is I'm glad that we're finishing off with water decals. I know this also comes with metallic stickers, by the way, just like the PGU.
Oh.
So you have that's where you get all these
Yeah.
shines from. So all of these are metallic
Yeah.
stickers.
That's what I thought too.
So you get all that nice little detail. If hopefully the light catches that. And that actually that was gonna bring it to my next point for you guys is, if you buy this kit, are you painting it?
Oh.
Now that you guys seen it and all of that, I want to know, would you guys paint it?
I would paint elements of it. I think the gold stands on its own.
I will paint 50% of it because I know how atrocious for me to paint white is. And white is so difficult to paint and keep it consistent for me.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It's tough, yeah.
Yeah, like, but to be honest, like, there's some segments of the gold I remember from even my SDs that I use. They use that stinking gold in the hands, for example. I will repaint those, but
Yeah, I'd repaint the fixed hands for sure, and some
well, that's gonna be a
dainty
scary
paint work on the posable ones, because
actually, shoot.
the
You can tell the difference between
the like mustard plastic versus like when it's right next to the actual gold.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Super
It's a
different.
bit too much contrast. It really stands
But
out. So
now, is it gonna be difficult to paint this thing? I don't think so.
no, the armor comes off easily.
Yeah, but I see all the part separation as
Yep.
it is. So it's pretty much, if you take everything apart completely and you do it by layer, it's gonna come out pretty clean as it gets.
Right.
So that's probably one of the nicest thing I could actually reference with on this thing.
I feel like this is built on the idea, like the Barbatos, that you can take off like the armor
Okay.
and then just have the frame, and then you can just put on the armor without having to do so much. Because you know, like in other kits, taking off the armor means taking apart the kit in general.
Yes.
This is one of those kits that I think is, if you have the money, you buy 2 of these, right?
if you love this thing,
If
you really love this thing.
If you have the flex power, then you buy 2. You have one just on the frame, and then so for what I'm showing them guys is in the booklet you can see it's inside.
So we're looking at like the Unleashed, how they did the different stages, right?
Right.
So same idea, but okay, that's really cool. They actually did it for something this scale.
And let's talk about scale now. Let's talk about what else they did with the scale. We have these nice, beautiful gimmicks of part separation.
Oh, I did not play with any of the gimmick lines. Oh,
Look at that.
oh,
Yeah.
Look at that.
I like that.
Yep.
Look, right? We have more back here.
Oh shoot.
I'm gonna show you guys. So you can see
That booty.
the copper, the
Oh
gold,
shoot.
right? You have a little piece fell. That's because I just pulled it too hard. It's nothing wrong with the kit. It's because I'm dumb. I'll have to fix that later. Ooh. Because it's supposed to be like this one.
Oh. Ooh.
Ew, it's the same thing here.
Oh, it's the same thing. Oh, okay. So if you
Because if you overpull it, you'll pull out.
Oh, okay.
So if you guys want to look at the details and.
So then the same idea is on this guy then, probably.
Right.
So, because I noticed like it already can bend quite a bit and also extends. Like, can these extend? Oh yeah. Oh, these snap.
They snap out. They get longer.
Yeah, and then you can fire the dragoons.
So the cool thing about the manuals nowadays is that they're very, I mean, they've always been good, right? Bandai's always been good with their manuals, except for certain parts like the MG Thunderbolt with the garbage bags it has. But this will explain to you everything that you need to know when it comes to the little gimmicks, right? The opening of the armor. So believe it or not, the waist, the skirts, they move.
Yeah. Well, I watch the show a lot.
Oh, right. Yeah. So
of course,
put the rifles on the side, because if he doesn't want to, well, he's not going to chuck the rifles away if he wants to use the beam sabers. So.
Right. The rifles become side skirts, and this becomes the back.
Yeah.
And the mechanism on the kit itself, on the waist, is actually pretty awesome. Like, I know people have been talking about the waist and the waist peg breaking, but I fortunately did not have that problem. even if on stream, which I'll show here, I showed the audience and I moved it around a lot to kind of show that that doesn't happen. So I'll show you guys right now what I'm talking about. We're gonna lift up the arms. Oh man, these joints, right?
They're solid.
These joints.
Very smooth, very nice.
So look, so we're gonna push these to the side, as you guys can see here. We're just gonna pop them off then, but you can just move them yourself, right? All the way back like that.
Huh.
Like that.
Oh, okay. So they used the similar something what they did for the Astray actually.
Yep. And then the cool part too, and I think you mentioned that you've seen this before in other strikes, is when you move this, you see that?
Yeah, there's a hydraulic piston now actually on the side.
Yeah, see. Cool. So I'll let you guys. In this case, I'll let you, and then you can take a look at this.
Take a look at the butterfly pack. Yeah, because this is the newest thing they actually did, because in the previous ones they never actually had the piston actually revealed on the side here. Oh,
look at that.
It's like Barbados. That's so amazing. That's so amazing.
They took so. I know we're getting. I'm getting a little bit too far into the conversation, but could you imagine an MGEX Barbados?
You're Bandai, are you listening?
That's why it's taking so long. The longer they wait, the better it's gonna be.
Oh shoot! But this is a huge improvement for 2 years. You know that, right?
Right. Yeah.
It's a huge changeover for 2 years for itself.
So right here, these you grab them and they twist.
Oh, okay. So the beam saber is actually.
So check this out.
Okay.
Right. Okay. And then the you have a little bit of this peg comes over here.
Okay. That's where it is. That's where it was hidden. So that's where actually the rifles go.
Yeah. So the rifle. So I moved this peg here.
Okay.
Right. So we're just gonna put them here, T-posing, because it just works. It just works. God Howard. All right.
Okay, we'll pop off the hands here.
Yeah, we're gonna pop off the. So these are the other hands that we forgot to show earlier, but these are the rifle holding hands, which is great, as Bryan mentioned.
Yep.
Having posable hands that can't hold shit is just.
Well, especially when you got like space
you just
units
make sure you put
that hold giant accessories that are the size of their body.
Yep.
Well, that's the thing, and I'll say this: one of the biggest things that I was scared of on this kit so far is like how large that backpack is, because the freedoms themselves, like not even just the strike freedom, the freedoms generally themselves, because their wings are so big, they're super backpack heavy. So, and yes, we've been showing this right now, like
without the backpack.
Like I'm interested in seeing, like, can this thing actually balance on its own with its back open?
Maybe. I think it depends on how you do it. I'm gonna let you guys just. So for you guys out there, we added the guns to the side.
He actually looks better.
He looks more like armored up.
He's like a samurai. That's what he is.
Look at this.
He's geared up.
I don't know if you want to take a look at that right there.
I do. I like that.
I like that.
Right?
That looks nice.
Who doesn't like that? Jeez.
It's a sexy kit. I mean, from what you guys have seen, are you guys a little bit like inclined to say that it's an amazing kit? Because it really is. Did this come off?
Yeah, your back of your leg.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
We'll fix that. We'll fix that.
Losing the legs.
Yeah, when you say break a leg. Ha 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 ha.
We didn't even talk about the little guys that they come with. I think it's Kira and that girl.
Black is Klein.
There we go. They're really tiny. They're here.
To scale.
They're to scale compared to the strike, and thankfully they don't have the ugly eyes that
Oh my god.
they have in the anime. Like I said, I had to watch some
come
YouTube video
on.
clips on this thing, dude, and the art for that was
No thanks.
You know, they made a whole season of different animes using that exact same art style. Eh?
and that's why I stopped watching any anime
Uh,
from those days.
sorry, anime fans. You know, we love you.
Call me a slob or a snob or whatever you want to call it.
So be it.
Oh,
I love the shoulders.
right? Look at this. Look at these
Jeez.
clear parts. We didn't even talk about the clear parts.
I was gonna say I like those. They look like emergency lights, like an ambulance.
Right?
I like,
Hat labor.
I don't
Yes.
care.
Oh,
It just
yes.
looks cool. Yeah.
Paul, you would love this guy. You would love this thing. I'm so sorry. You're gonna burn a hole in your wallet, man. I am so sorry. But
Check this
Oh,
out.
that's how that works.
oh, you had the cockpit. Yeah.
Give me a second. Ooh.
I'm
I'm so scared. I'm so scared. I gotta refresh my memory,
Oh,
guys.
yeah,
You guys
yeah.
keep
No, you
playing.
do that.
Oh, do you want to
You
let
let
him? Look at those clear parts, like on the crotch area and everything.
Look at its crotch. That's
Yeah,
what Jess is
look at its
telling me.
crotch, man.
It's like, look at it. It's actually super clear. But that's actually so nice that the fact they actually have so many different transitioning parts on this thing.
Yeah.
And that's actually
Oh, here.
really amazing.
I think that's it. Is that all it does? How to open
Yes.
cockpit hatch? There
Yes,
it is.
because he just enters and out from the
Oh,
top.
there it is. Yeah, that's why.
Oh.
I remember that didn't have a
So it
little.
was open.
I was gonna say you were pulling
I
out
did it.
something else and I didn't know for gimmick. No, but no, that's the actual thing.
So that is like the main gimmicks for this kit. I understand that. I don't think we showed this up over here, but these actually open up too. I don't know. I know that you extended them,
Yep.
but these things here,
Yep. They
will-
separate.
They separate.
Can you do it?
Yep.
There you go.
There you go.
Because then you can slide those out too.
Yeah, you can do a bunch of. Look at that.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, instead of having like this butterfly thing, you have even more. You just gotta be really careful. Like the thing about I'll say this: the plastic here feels a little weak, but it is. It's very
Well,
thin.
It's extremely thin.
Yeah,
right?
I'm expecting it just like a sword or something.
Look at that.
Oh,
Look at that.
Oh my goodness.
damn.
It's just one of the main things that I always talk about. And of course, guys, if you guys want a more in-depth review of the kit, please stick around and subscribe. Hit the notification bell because I will be putting out my own review on this, my solo review, where I'll go over the details and have all the nice camera angles where we're zoomed in. Talk a little bit more about that. But yeah, this, fuck, dude, I'm so scared of like breaking this.
There you go. There's a reason for it.
There we go. There you go.
Crazy.
Crazy.
And how stable do these wings feel?
They were very
Yeah,
stable.
yeah. It's not as rock solid as the main unit there, but it's still like it's holding together. It doesn't feel like it's gonna fall apart or anything. Like I said, it shimmies a little bit, but for what it is,
But it's actually not
Very-
terrible.
very
okay,
solid.
Oh,
I
well,
remember.
we have a comparison in a bit,
yeah.
and we'll talk about. So now, Derrick, you were asking,
Will it hold?
will it hold with its?
Backpack.
this-
With it being
Oh,
as,
another piece fell out.
That's fine. It's like,
There you go.
huh?
No problem.
Hot damn.
Now some pieces fell out of the leg. It's mainly because of the way that I wasn't doing it properly.
Yeah, you were
It's not-
popping those out.
But you know what? Here's the biggest surprise. I'm saying this from a lot of experience. It's because I also have. I wish I would have brought. I have a mega size Freedom Gundam. Mega size.
Oh
That's the one.
right.
I have a
yeah.
mega size one. The wings actually is holding up in position like this. Usually when you fold it up, it drops like a hammer.
Yeah.
Ah.
Well,
Oh shit. Okay.
that is
Dang.
that is the kit. There you go. It also, so in the box, one thing I forgot to mention, you also get a stand. And
Standard action base.
standard one.
That's the
Pretty
really
easy
nice
to
one.
hook up, and there you
Oh,
go.
yeah, just plugged into the backpack.
Plugs in.
You're good.
You're good to go.
Oh, it just doesn't stick straight in the crotch area.
No, that's awesome. I love when they implement backpack pegs for the stand instead of it being like, I'm gonna balance on my crotch.
My taint.
So it's just, I think it's just,
It's difficult to work with. Yeah.
yes, it is.
It is. Oh, okay. No. That's actually really amazing, actually. So they actually could do a lot more, actually, because of this, because now it's hanging off of the backpack versus the body.
Right.
Hot damn.
Beautiful, huh? But now we're gonna move on to a little segment where we compare this
Sure.
to its previous ones. So
Generations.
cue the little thingy where it's just okay, we're in the thing.
Okay.
Now we're with the segment that I was just talking about a couple seconds ago. All right, these are
Well, let's go down the line. The original Master Grade Freedom, now 2.0, and then the Master Grade Strike Freedom, predecessor to the MGEX.
Right. Well, yeah. So this is literally Strike Freedom,
Yep.
and this is just Freedom.
Yep.
Right. And
But
these,
this is a 2.0, so still fairly new.
I mean,
It's a few years old.
I wish it was. I thought it was better than what it is. Like it's just. You know what? I'm just gonna just straight out just grab it. You know what? I'll let you do the honors, Brian.
Me?
Yes. What? Because you were talking about the differences here.
Oh boy. Let's see if I can actually pick it up. What the hell? I don't think I had the backpack on. I wasn't even expecting that, but
Enough said.
look at this rattly nonsense. He's lost his pose entirely, and it's just.
That's the 2.0.
I just feel a bunch of stuff in my hand. Like I'm like shaking keys.
Yeah,
a
he
keychain.
squeaked.
Can you hear it squeak? Yeah.
I can hear it squeak. That's so terrible. Okay, no, but it is definition-wise, the 2.0 came out with a lot more detail, was better joints than the predecessor. Because here's the example. Here's the Strike Freedom MG, not 2.0 or anything, just a 1.0. Yes, there's some nice gold in there, but not everything. Like, it's solid in one case, but the problem is, I had it earlier.
Oh, I didn't even see that early.
Yeah, it nothing, as I said, if you hold. Like, one side could hold, possibly, but yeah, the joints aren't exact.
And so there we go.
Yeah, so
Now,
sorry.
these aren't terrible kits by any means.
No. Just this one steps it up.
Yeah.
A lot.
I think they did see these in the past, and then they looked at it, right? And you take a look, like, Extreme, right? We went through that whole entire thing already before with the Unicorn once upon a time. It took it into a whole different level.
Yeah.
They add what there was or wasn't, and they threw it all on there.
Yep. Yeah, like, I mean, obviously this is a far reach because this isn't technically the Strike Freedom. This is just the Freedom.
Yeah.
But
it is in the new lineup.
did I do that? Like,
No.
was it this or did it just fall?
It just.
I don't know. We'll see that on slow motion. But I just want to mention something. And Brian, for somebody who doesn't build a lot of master grades, I can say that because that's true, right?
True, yeah.
You're more of a high grade guy. No, I'm kidding. But something that we talked about and you mentioned, which I think was a really good point. And I'll let you say that before I say anything. I kind of want.
Yeah, because not being as familiar with master grades, I didn't know that we kind of shifted into this non-polycap world. So all of a sudden people are like, yeah, no polycaps in this one. And everyone goes, oh, thank God. Oh, polycaps is the worst. Oh, and I was always kind of like, oh, what's wrong with polycaps? That's because polycaps are still prominent in high grades. And I think they're really appropriate in high. Shut up.
No, I'm doing it because of this.
You're
look.
making stank face. But that's the thing is that polycaps are frowned upon in the master grade world because even though they're not too much bigger than high grades, they're big enough that there's just a big weight difference, right?
Yes, there is.
And-
Well, when you start adding things into your hands and everything and putting on a shield here and there, yeah, I can definitely see like all this extra weight being put on there is like makes a huge difference.
Yeah, but polycaps are great for smaller
kit.
high grades. There's not as much, like this is a big one even, and it's fine. It's fine.
It's just it depends on how much load of plastic you really go put on it.
Right.
It's gonna wear out.
Yeah,
Like,
people say it wears out. Yeah, whereas I've never had anything loosen up or fall apart with high grades. So
I haven't done it enough.
that's why I am the expert on that. I'm informing you that polycaps in the high grades, great. But yeah, I can see why they are an issue with the larger scale.
Well,
Case in point,
case in point.
our review subject here, totally
Has no polycaps.
no polycaps in these.
Zero polycaps.
He's doing great.
And that's such a great step for Bandai, moving away from polycaps, which you had. I think the Dynamis was like the first. I don't want to say it's the 1st. Like, I'm not a Gunpla expert by any means. I think I've built enough to know a little bit more. You correct me if I'm wrong. I'm almost sure the Dynamis came out and was one of the first master grades that had 0 polycaps.
Off the top of my head, I can't remember all of them, but it's definitely with that starting line. I have to look back in the years exactly when they started, but no, it was it was a big change because they did it for the Luna Maria Zaku Warrior. That was one of them too.
No polycaps, right?
No polycaps.
And the further we move away from polycaps and the master grade zone, because they're still used for high grades.
Yeah.
Again, it's not go end anytime soon where we go stop using polycaps, but I do see that there is a place for them.
Yeah.
Just like any other design. Like for this glorious piece here, you don't need the polycaps because let's be honest, if you're going to detail something, polycaps are probably the worst to paint over.
Yeah, because they're rubber.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to do anything with it. You're going to dye it, right? And it's still not going to stay. So that's like things like that. That's where it comes in. High grades, on the other hand, is a little bit different because you have so much on them already. You don't necessarily notice them.
Yeah.
So you can paint around it and then everyone looks good.
Yeah, they're pretty much all hidden. You can't see them,
Exactly. So as long as, there's a time and a place for everything.
And master grades are supposed to be, like, I understand there's perfect grade, right? The master grades are supposed to be that pinnacle of,
Sorry.
You want to move closer here, Derrick? Because
I'm
you're
more
kind of
afraid-
like, I feel like I'm pushing you to like the
that's
side.
not you. It's just I'm more afraid of this. It keeps on falling over. It's like 4 times now almost.
Oh.
So the chance it fell over.
The point is, I think just to make the segment quick, these are ass
Oh, yes.
compared to this guy. And rightfully so. It's a $220 kit compared to these old kits.
$80 to $100.
Right? You're looking at twice the cost, 2022. Updated, 0 polycaps. Like, it's just, you can't go wrong. So
It's marketed as a big step up, and it certainly seems that way, right?
It's just the engineering. They just improved the engineering overall. Like
Yeah.
I don't even think this thing actually has polycaps. Actually, no, there's no polycaps on this thing.
well, I mean, those legs feel like they're polycaps.
Well, it's.
That's the problem. Like, the bigger something gets, the
But
harder
then
is
it
to be
tells you
stable.
the level of engineering they did after so long, right?
Come on, like, you see that?
Okay.
Anyway, but there is something that we should be comparing this MGEX to, and to just level the playing field, and it's brother,
Yes.
the other MGEX. So let's go over there. All right, guys. So now we have the good comparison, the actual comparison that will make a little bit more sense. In fact, a lot more sense. It's MGEX
Yes.
from 2020.
Yeah.
And the most recent MGX, which is obviously the MGX.
Yeah.
And these are more in line. There's only 2 master grade extremes. That's these right here. And I want to hear what you guys think so far, because I know that you played around with it a little bit. This is yours. So
Nice looking set. Nice looking set, yeah.
they look beautiful.
They are.
It's interesting. There's only 2, but they're both really different pieces, hey?
Yeah.
Like, this is basically just delivering this suit really competently, really nice, high quality. And this is all in on the fancy lighting gimmicks that it's got, which is still super impressive. It's doing a lot of complicated stuff, and it's doing it really well.
Exactly.
It's
Well,
breathing.
let's be honest.
Oh, yeah.
Here's the thing about it. Is like the biggest thing about this we had to understand is what Bandai was trying to include in the name. Extreme. So it's to one extreme point to another. So extreme originally was the lighting and detailing onto like the entire glow effect from the unicorn, where they like change out the entire base and then added new different lighting and everything else to it, and it shows where you all attach.
Yeah.
And now the latest, right? What do they do?
The frame.
Exactly.
To the extreme.
To the extreme. Well,
Details to the extreme. There you go.
to
That's
Bandai's
the whole
credit,
point,
they
yeah.
say extreme expression of metal.
Yeah.
Extreme expression of RGB. Like,
Word salad,
calm
yes.
down, dude.
Yeah.
But
It's just a great kit.
it's just call it extreme because it's nice. Don't overuse the word extreme. Anyway, the point is, one of the things that I mentioned to the viewers of the stream when I was building it is that the plastic on this kit is top quality. Like, there's just a difference in plastic when you look at normal master grades or past master grades. It feels brittle. This one feels like it has a nice texture to it. It feels more matte finished.
Okay.
But I will say this, as much as I love this kit, I still think that the MGEX has the best white plastic I have ever seen on a Bandai kit.
It is not.
It's very crisp. It's very nice.
It is.
And to me that's important because when you grab a kit, you can feel its quality. Does that sound weird? Like you can feel its quality.
Sure.
From plastic. Like if we go back and we grab, can you pass me one of those, Derrick, please? You can't compare this to this.
No.
Right?
No.
I mean, you put these two here.
It has a pre-matted finish, basically.
Right.
That's what we discussed a long time ago.
Yeah, that's
if you guys ever want to watch the original one, look back a couple years.
Yep. I'll leave a little link here where you can click.
Yeah, and we talk about the finish on this thing. It's incredible.
Now, to my opinion, I like the strike frame a lot more in the MGEX form. I'm not giving any problems to this guy. I really like the Unicorn MGEX so much that I've mentioned to you guys I really want to buy one. I'm at that point where I can and I want to, right? I really want this in my shelf. But if I had to choose between the two, which one is the best one, I'm going to have to go with this. The reason why, and I think Bryan felt it a little bit when he picked it up earlier today, I feel like this one's still a little loose around the legs. It could be because of the LEDs, the LED strip. It could be showing its age, maybe the way that they had to work around the strip literally flowing through it all.
Yeah.
There isn't as much of support on the frame than there is from here because we don't have to worry about LEDs over here going through.
No.
This is just solid.
Exactly.
Yes.
So.
No, that's fair. I hate this because we're doing this for so long and there's so many kits out there and they're all fantastic in their own position.
Yeah.
It's a one extreme to the next. Like, how do you expect me to actually choose between these two? It's
Like I said, they're both doing very different
Like,
things. And
now,
they're both doing them very well.
I'm gonna say my one gripe about this guy:
What's up?
the eyes. It's dull.
That's because I didn't put the metal sticker in.
Oh, that explains it then. Because everything else like glows,
All right,
saying
so 10 out of
details
10.
at the ends.
Perfect.
And there you go. Because of one guy's laziness, I didn't see it.
It's not laziness. It's just that I've gotten accustomed to not putting all the stickers on because in my mind I'm gonna do something to them, right?
Yeah.
But in this case, I'll be honest with you guys. What I'm really thinking of doing is taking off the armor, matting the armor, and putting on the water
wax on.
decals.
Okay.
And then that's it. I'm not gonna paint it. I don't want to do anything to it because in my eyes, and it brings me to something that I'll talk a little bit more on my own review. The solo review is, if you buy this kit, you're buying it because of the gold. If you're buying this kit and you're thinking, I'm gonna paint that frame, I'm gonna do this, all power to you. Go ahead, go do it. But in my mind, if you're buying this and you're spending that much money on this, it's because you want this quality of gold and this quality of frame.
I would say the frame you're paying into. God damn, it is a wonderful, beautiful frame and details. Like hands down. Like, I thought the Unleashed was actually quite a bit of details already, and looking at like even any of the other perfect grades or master grades out to get date for Verkaz, this is crazy amounts. It's like if you had an unlimited budget, you could throw it all in one thing.
But how about you? What do you think, Bryan? Because I know that you're not a master grade guy,
Yeah.
right? I think as you're trying to come into master grade zone. You're trying to taste a little bit of like the good stuff in life, right? But these are the pinnacle of master grades right now, right?
At this point.
So what is going through your mind? I really want to know from like a high grade guy. Is this pretentious to you? Like, is
Does it draw
some
you
bougie
in?
shit? Like,
I mean, if we're being honest, these types of this aesthetic isn't really my thing. I mean, like when most of my collection is
Grunts.
stuff like this.
Yeah.
You know,
All
the
grunts.
big chunky dopey boys. Just the big slabs of metal, you know, with arms and legs. So like this is the opposite end with, you know, the wings and the spikes and the angles and the very anime aesthetic. And
the spectrum.
I
of
can
things.
appreciate the quality on display here, absolutely, but it's not super my thing. So I've always leaned more towards Unicorn, and I mean lights are dope. I like things that light up. That's really cool.
You can push the button. Push the button.
I like pushing the button.
Push the button.
does one just turn on the head, right?
Yep,
If I
push
remember.
it. Oh, there it goes. There you go.
Dang it.
Wasn't
Yeah.
the first one like a
The channels, and this one's go cycle through it.
Yeah.
There's like 4 different button modes.
Yeah.
on it. I love this.
So you like this one, lights? And...
Yeah,
Pretty.
that's more my style.
Okay.
But even so, I mean, I think fans of this show, of this suit design, I think they're going to be more than pleased
Awesome.
for obvious reasons.
Awesome.
I do.
All right, you. What do you think, Derrick?
I love it. I love the design. They're capable of so much, and this is a proven point. Is like how much detailing they can put into anything they want to. So give us some other suits too.
Yeah.
Stop giving me the main lines.
Typical spoiled.
I know,
I am
right?
a spoiled
But this
brat.
It's
Bandai
been
guy-
10 minutes and he's
It's-
like,
no.
more. And I'm like,
I love the
Come
idea.
on.
After it getting into my hands, I'm excited to build it, as well as like you already experienced it. You want to detail it. I'm thinking I'm going probably go really similar. There's maybe a few things I would ever paint on it, but as a straight builder before, dude, it's a like you don't even think much about it. It's easy. Just buy it and snap it together, and everything's included in there for you. So
it's going to look great.
it'll
Right out of
look
the box. Yep.
amazing for itself.
Yeah.
So, like, I guess that's the one thing is like a lot of times as street builders, you try to put on a whole bunch of stickers, but this thing, it sort of tells you how to do it properly. It's not like it comes with a whole bunch of like, I'm looking at, does it? Go grab one of these guys. This thing is all stickers.
Oh,
Yeah.
color correction stickers.
All color correction.
Those never look
It's
good.
gross. It's disgusting.
So I wouldn't.
Bad Bandai.
Yes. But no, like that. It makes me happy to see that they're actually trying to do something with MGEX, because after this guy, it's really tough to top something else onto it.
Well, that's what I think that was the main conversation.
Yeah.
Literally after our review of the MGX. I remember that. I will always remember that. You were driving Tess and I home, and you and I were talking about what could be the next MGEX.
Yes.
That was their conversation throughout the whole red. After we finished recording this, we were like, what's the MGX? And you were like, who knows?
Yeah.
Because for Bandai, one thing you guys got to remember for Bandai, they have to figure out what can we do extreme something about, right? It has to have some gimmick that we can do. For this, you have the LEDs, right? The whole cycle frame and stuff, lighting up.
Yeah.
For this, you have the nice frame, because even in the anime, from the clips that I saw, it's gold.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's like gold.
It's gold, right? So they're like, okay, we can work with that, or a nice little metal, what's it called, painting, or what do they do on it? Because I feel like this is more.
This is all coated.
It's coated, yeah, because it's got like a silver at the bottom, and then they coated it with like gold.
Now, it is impressive. We moved this so many times. Have we seen a scrape yet on there?
No. No.
You know how impressive that is for them to actually take the time to engineer that, so making sure that none of that shiny super gold is scraping. I did a metallic color build. I had to touch up every few seconds when I move a bloody part.
That's true. I didn't even think about that. That's a great point.
It's like engineering galore.
The amount of time they had to take to really get those
make
tolerances
sure-
correct.
Yeah, make sure parts aren't rubbing against each other.
And by the way, by looking at it, can you guys see a lot of nub marks? Can you guys could you just tell me?
Wait, no way.
One thing that I just kind of want to know.
Back in.
Wait, it's that much? Undergated.
I just want you guys to take a quick look at it one more time. We're gonna put this guy to the side.
This guy.
I pretty much.
I know that this is the end of the review, but that's something that I did want to ask them and I forgot to. Can you guys just take a look at it and let me know if you see any nub marks? And if you do, let me know. Like, I'm not gonna say there aren't any, but I just want to know if your eye catches nub marks.
Well, I
mean,
you
I
shaved
haven't-
it off that nicely, or what?
I mean, I am pretty cool building.
Well, it's only very, very few that I can tell right away instantly from looking at it, just from the tips of the wings.
Yep.
And the inside of the wings.
Yep.
And then probably a couple areas where on the knees.
Yep.
Where the corners are. But typically a lot of people don't look at those unless they're opened.
Right.
Yeah. Generally, yeah, almost none are visible.
It's like everything that's underneath, like you have to look really deep.
Yep. This kit, just before we end everything, this kit took around 9 to 11 hours, I said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Almost 90%, I want to say, is undergated. That's what took the longest part. It's not that it's a difficult build, it's that there's so much undergating in this kit that once you snip a nub, when you cut it out of the runner,
Yeah.
you gotta snip the undergating nub to get things to close, right?
Okay.
That's what took the longest. And in fact, you can see that on the stream, the build stream, of how I took like maybe 5 minutes per piece, which is an exaggeration, but cutting everything out, making sure that everything's gonna be nice and clean because of how Bandai really focused on getting you a clean build out of the box for this level of quality. And I think this is their best kit when it comes to efficiency, like price to like dollar to how do I say this, dollar to kit. I don't know if that makes sense.
No.
It's priced correctly.
Okay. Yeah.
I felt like the MGEX.
Getting what you pay for.
Exactly. I felt like
You
this
get
one.
your money's worth.
And I mentioned it in our first reviews that this one I felt was the LEDs, for as great as they are, because they are great, are still a little bit overpriced. Because you're paying like $100 for the lights.
That's a steal, honestly.
Depends
These
on what you
prefab
do.
things and like these, it's a very, very highly custom layout. It's not just a bunch of stock LEDs wired together. Like the ribbon cables go out in like very specific shapes. Like it's designed for this kit. So I've seen plenty of lighting kits for different things, and
They're ass.
not necessarily. It's just they're expensive. I mean,
They can get really
the
expensive.
raw materials aren't the priciest, but you are paying for the design and the assembly.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
Anyway, point is, I think that the undergating wise, perfection.
That's actually one of
Perfection.
those things that I would say I missed because this thing wasn't 100% undergated, but it was pretty damn close.
Well-
But if they got to that point, that's pretty amazing.
And you can't even see the Nubmarks on this because it's white.
Yeah.
But when it's color, like the tips of the wings, then you can tell a little bit.
Yeah.
But everything else is good. Anyway, so then what do you guys give it? I mean, I know we don't have any scale.
No
We don't.
official scale.
It's official scale, but would you get it? I mean, I know that you said that it's not your.
Would I get it? No, but if I was into this, I mean, it's kind of like the premium definitive version of that thing, and that's a no-brainer. Of course, I'd get something like that.
I already technically ordered one.
There you go.
Sorry.
Well, there you
Lena.
go.
There, that's
Sorry,
it.
wife. Sorry, wife.
Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Let us know what you guys think of these review videos. These are going to be coming out a lot more often, and I really want to thank PLAMOD for sending this kit over to us. They're awesome. They're always been helping us and supporting us. And remember to leave a like, remember to subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And be sure to check out the solar review that I will be putting out soon here in the next couple of days for this kit. With that said, take care. See you next time.